Yo, what is up, guys? Your boy Hayes coming at you once again with week number 3 of my predictions for the NFL season. Now, last week, as you guys can see on the screen, I finished 9-7. I told you guys last week in my last video that Russ would have a good week this week, and he did, in fact, have a good week last week. So, big ups to Russ, man. He came back, and his record is looking better, man. And me and Hound are really going at it right now with each other with these predictions. So before I hop into these predictions, man, let's go ahead and smack a like, subscribe if you have not yet, turn on your notifications, man. Let me know what your week 3 picks are. As you guys can see right here on the screen, these are some great games being played this week. We have the Patriots versus the Texans, the Giants versus the Eagles. That's going to be a pretty good one. The Vikings versus the Bucks is going to be a great game as well. And, and the Bengals versus the Packers will really be a great game as well, man. So as you guys can see, my Cardinals versus the Cowboys will be playing that Monday night. So without further ado, man, let's get into the picks. Now, tomorrow night's game, we have the Rams versus the 49ers. Now, the 49ers did take the L last week, and the Rams did take the L last week as well. So this game is going to be a great game. Both teams are very young, some young coaches at the helm right now. So tomorrow night's game, man, I will be picking the St. Louis Rams to win this game. So, yeah, I'm going to predict the Rams to win this game. I want to see Todd Gurley have a great game and Jared Goff as well. Game number 2, the Ravens versus the Jaguars. The Ravens are 2-0 right now. They're running the ball well, and the Jaguars are doing well, but they're still without their top receiver, Allen Robinson, for the year. So I'm going to pick Baltimore to continue rolling to go 3-0 against the Jaguars. Now, this game right here, the Texans versus the Patriots. Now, the Texans had a huge game last week. Deshaun Watson put the team on his back with that monster touchdown run. But the Patriots straight up blew out the Saints last week. However, in this game, although I do think this game is going to be fairly close than we all think, I'm still going to go with New England, man, and Tom Brady to win this game. That way, they can get the ball back rolling. A lot of you don't know, but they are my Super Bowl pick this year to actually go out of the AFC. So that's that game. The next game is the Eagles versus the Giants. Now, the Eagles did not get the dub last week, but the Giants struggled against the Lions on Monday night. Now, this game, the Eagles have a high-powered offense. Odell Beckham back from his injury. It's pretty obvious right here. I don't think they have a good enough running game to actually stick with the Eagles. So I'm going to pick the Eagles to win this game right here. The next game is the Browns versus the Colts. The Colts are still without Andrew Luck, and the Browns are starting 0-2. So this game is going to be actually a tough one because both teams are having bad seasons thus far. But I'm going to say this is kind of tough, but I will, in fact, pick the Browns to win this game. This is a bold pick for me. This is a bold pick, but I will be picking the Browns to win this game, although they don't have an edge to win the game, but I will be picking the Browns to win the game. The Jets versus the Dolphins. Now, the Dolphins, I did pick against the Dolphins last week, and they straight up rolled the Chargers, man. But this week they faced the 0-2 New York Jets. I think Jay Ajayi is going to have a good game. So I'm going to pick the Miami Dolphins right here, guys. The Miami Dolphins are going to continue to roll. They have a 91% chance to win, and the Jets have a 10% chance to win. I'm going to roll with the Dolphins right here. Now, the Buccaneers versus the Vikings. Now, the Vikings did, take the loss last week. The Bucs did roll to their first win. However, man, Dalvin Cook, bro. Dalvin Cook is going to be a monster. This game is kind of tough for me to pick. This game is tough for me to pick. The Vikings are without Sam Bradford, which is their starting quarterback. They still, I believe, they don't have Teddy Bridgewater. So what my pick is going to be right here, this is kind of tough. Going off the top of my head, as you guys can see the win percentage right here, it's going to be a tough game, man. I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Buccaneers for the simple fact of I feel like their defense is a monster. Jameis Winston's going to get the team on the offense going, and I want to see Deshaun Jackson do some things, man. I don't know, man. I don't know about this one, but I will be picking the Buccaneers right here. The Broncos versus the Bills. Now, the Broncos did roll to that win against the Cowboys, a blowout win. I expect them to pick up where they left off, especially on defense. So I'm going to pick the Broncos to win that game right there. Now, the Saints versus the Carolina Panthers. AP is having a tough time getting going, man. He's having a tough time getting his game going, but the Panthers are 2-0. That offensive line just got to block better for Cam Newton. He took 6 sacks last week, but the Panthers will prevail. Saints will start 0-3. Next game on the list is the Steelers versus the Bears. Whew. Now, I'm going to pick the Steelers. I'm not even going to say nothing about it. I'm just pick the Steelers, man. It's obvious. Big man. And those guys, man, those guys are hot right now, so I'm going to pick the Steelers. The Falcons versus the Lions. Now, the Lions are off to a roaring start, man. Big ups to the Lions, man. And the Falcons are doing great as well. As you guys can see, both on the screen are 2-0. I understand the Falcons are 78% to win this game, and the Lions only have 22. I'm gonna pick the Lions, man, because the Lions are going right now, man. Those boys are on a roll, so I'm gonna pick the Lions to win this game. So the Seattle Seahawks versus the Titans. Now, the Titans shocked me with that dub last week, man. They shocked me. Derrick Henry with some monster runs, man. But still, that's not going to stop me from picking the Seahawks this game, man. Legion of Boom, the defense is going to get rolling, man. And I will be picking the Seahawks to win this game. The Bengals versus the Packers. The Bengals are 0-2. They were my pick last week in the Thursday night game. And the Packers are 1-1 on the season. I'm still going to pick the Packers, man. Although they do have the higher percent to win the game, I'm going to pick the Packers. They're going to roll, man. I want to see Aaron Rodgers do some big things. The Chiefs versus the Chargers, man. This is like one of the more better games in the AFC. So I'm going to pick the Chiefs right here, man. Due to the fact of that guy, Kareem Hunt, however you say his name. Kareem, however you say his name, man. He's going to do an excellent job for this team. He's going to be like that surprise person every year that just pops up in the league. So I'm going to pick the Chiefs to roll to 3-0 right here, guys. Now, the Raiders versus the Redskins. The Raiders are my second Super Bowl pick to actually contend with the Patriots in the AFC. So, still, I'm going to pick the Raiders to win this game, man. The Raiders are hype. I do see them going all the way deep into the playoffs this year. And that team will do some great things, man. Khalil Mack and the defense is going to do some great things. So, I'm going to pick them to win against the Redskins Sunday night at 8:30. Now, for the Monday night game. The Cardinals versus the Cowboys. Now, you guys know the Cardinals are my favorite team. And the Cowboys did take that beating, man, from the Broncos. You know, Zeke is having a tough time getting going, man. But I'm still, no matter what, I'm not going to pick against my favorite team, the Cardinals, man. We're gonna win this game. We have a 25%, so 75% chance for the Cowboys to win. So we'll pick the Cardinals, guys. There you guys have it, are my picks. You guys see the overall picks for the year. And you guys also see Russ's picks for last week, Hound's pick for last week, guys. Let me know, what are your picks for this season, guys. Thank you guys for rocking with me. Until next time, your boy Hayes is signing out. Peace.